Good morning, it's Tony Hayes again. Good afternoon, I should say. Tony Hayes from Paranormal Investigation UK. Today's date is still the 1st of January 2022, and we're doing the second review of the day. This should be a little bit more straightforward. This is movie 315. As an actual recap, let's just get that's the map of the actual main office area, which is where we got this capture. That camera there is the one that's alarmed the CCTV system. That camera is pointing out towards the outside area to monitor that area. At the same time, the microphone points to inside the room. Only this particular camera, CCTV camera, actually alarms. So, for example, if the bang was one of these doors, you'd expect that camera to alert. If it's that door, you may expect that camera or that camera to alert, but they haven't. Only this camera's picked it up, which makes it a little bit more unusual. I'm not too sure. So let's fire it up. What we'll do, we'll have a quick listen to this. I'm actually going to watch it all the way through. Okay. Let me just stop that for a second. Expand that. I've got the volumes. Yeah. Right, all the volumes are turned up. So this is camera 2, the main office, camera looking outside, just to monitor this. We can have a look, we can actually lighten this up to make sure there's nothing being picked up outside. That's quite loud. That's quite loud. Okay. Let's look outside first. This is nearly 2 in the morning. So it's not. No. I'm looking at you. Correct myself. 10 to 8 on the 24th of February. 24th of February. Wednesday, 10 to 8 at night. You could probably argue this sounds like a door. The issue with these sounds, this building, is the actual fire doors. I think it was getting towards the end of 2020, so it was well over a year ago. When I visited, I did 160 sound samples of the building, just to really try out such things as fire doors, that type of thing. And what you get is bang, 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 almost like 3 reflections. So we can have a look at that in the actual digital audio workstation to see if we can get any clues from there. So what we'll do now, I'm going to go pop this into Windows Movie Maker. Okay, let's let that get configured. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to Visual Effects and Brightness. And just all we're going to do is just have a look outside, just make sure there's nothing there. Unlikely, because the camera is pointing outside. Yeah, it's quite difficult. It's incredibly dark. But sometimes you can pick up bits of reflections of people in particular. The camera was only actually pointing outside. We also got one at the front and at the side, just to rule out any human fraud, really. People, certainly security and cleaning staff in this business establishment are fully aware of our presence, and that opens up the risk of fraud, which is something I want to counter. So up to now, we've never discovered a single incident of fraud. Okay, so there's nothing really there to... What I'm now going to do, I'm actually going to slow this down, and the reason for that, I'm interested to see what it sounds like. Is it a single bang? You probably, those of you who looked at movie 316 will know when that picture came off the wall, when it was slowed down, there was specific boom, 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 then the crash. So though I'm going to slow it down just to see if there's anything in there. May take a while for it to occur. You can actually see it there. That's a sound wave, so just be ready if you're on headphones. Here we go. Okay. Well, what we can do, we can rule out that's not a door, because the door itself hits because they're obviously tension. They're all fire doors. Get boom, boom, boom. That sort of effect when you slow it down, it's noticeable. This is a simple one boom sound. Like that. Right. I'm just going to add a little bit more. It dies away there. So that's certainly not a door. Just save that one. Take a couple of seconds to save that one. I'll get rid of that. So the question is what is it? Certainly in the case of poltergeist activity, unexplained crash sounds, literally crash sounds, incredibly loud and powerful sounds. And when you go to investigate, you find absolutely no reason whatsoever for this to occur. Certainly in Chester, we experienced what would sounded like in the main office, somebody picking up a set of heavy aluminium ladders, throwing them in the air, and crashing to the ground. It was that loud. Yet on camera, as well as on inspection, we could find absolutely no rational explanation for this incredibly powerful sound. And all the big major poltergeist cases report this type of phenomena, really, really powerful, loud bangs, which have no rational or explainable reason for it. And I can't think of a single poltergeist case where this has not occurred. This is what makes the poltergeist activity so intriguing. What is the significance of these powerful bangs that occur? It sounds almost like someone slamming a metal hatch down well, there isn't any in there. Plus the multiple cameras, as you've seen. Why haven't the other cameras picked it up? They haven't. So we've been on like the hallway, someone closing that door, you'd expect to see it happen. So I don't know. The time itself is quite intriguing. It's like almost 8:45 at night. There's a possibility someone's in there, but the sound has come from inside the property, not the outside. So I don't know. So what I'm now going to do, just to see, I'll really rule out any possibility of something else in the stream. That's the one. I'm going to add it into the software that I now use, which is Mixcraft. I'm just going to unlink it and get rid of the video. There's nothing on there for us. It's dark anyway. That's the actual thud. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring an analyzer up. I tend to use this analog analyzer rather than a graphic analyzer. I just prefer it, old school really. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a fix on this frequency. That should tell us if there's any secrets frequencies which we come across. So I'm expecting around about this area, but loads and loads of frequency as sounds reflecting, because it's incredibly loud. If it's something that loud, it's projecting sound outwards. So we should get numerous reflective frequencies, or if it doesn't, then that is more suggestive. Now, I'm not turning the volume up at all. What I'm going to do, while I think I'm just going to get a fix with the frequency. Save that. Right, I'm just going to mute that one. What I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to bring in a new audio track, and you understand why I'm doing it. What I have is literally thousands and thousands of sound samples, nearly 8,000 really now, of sound. So what we're going to do is, this is the advantage if you use this type of software, not something like Audacity. We'll put bang in it. That's a bang drum, door bang. Right, okay. I'm going to use that. I'll put that into that one. Because all we need to do, let me just get rid of that a second, is to duplicate that particular loudness. If I pull that across, okay, champion male, just use one. Right. Here are the two. Volume wise, they're not too far out. Turn that down a little bit more. Okay, spin the analyzer back up. Let's look at that one first. Let's clear that. You see what I mean by that's a door sound. I'm going to take a screenshot of that because as well as YouTube, I'm obviously writing this up in an actual document. I'll call it door slam sample, so I know which one's which. Then obviously when you come to this particular one, so get rid of that. I really don't know. It's certainly much tighter frequency. If you look at both of them, they've just done. That's the captured one. It's a relatively smallish, the fundamental frequency is around about 800 Hertz. That's the loudest part, and then you've got this other reflective sound that's coming off it. On the other one, very difficult to actually be precise what the fundamental frequency is. You can probably it's around about 200. With multiple reflections, a lot of booming sounds in there. So the two sounds themselves are, are radically different when you go from the one that's been captured to that one where there's a door sample. And the problem is finding an actual exact sort of frequency is practically impossible. What I was looking to do is to give you people a general idea of how frequency operates and works. So that itself is, there isn't an awful lot of side frequency, and it's incredibly loud. We're up there, and this is on normal volume. Yeah, and I've got the volume pretty well balanced out between the two. So I don't know. So our last job for today, really, with this one, this is going to be the last video for today. Shut that down. I'm actually now going to turn it up. And we're going to listen to the rest of it, just to make sure we've got nothing in there that it's been captured accidentally. Go to that background feedback. Okay, very difficult to define what that particular sound. We can just put unexplained. Certainly the time that occurred, the owner went back in there and tried to find out what it was, and we've never been able to find an explanation, mainly because of it. We've heard this sound again before. It performs differently than a normal slam door, and no reason for it can be found. So, any thoughts on that one? Please send us a message via YouTube comments, send us an email, or you can visit us on Facebook. I always love to hear from you, any opinions, thoughts that you may have. Okay, I shall speak to you soon. Bye.